In this video, we'll be looking at practical ideas about letting go during group work and trusting the mess that comes with it. I share classroom activities and fresh teaching ideas regularly, so subscribe if you'd like to know when the next resource is ready. Today, we're going to talk about something that can really feel uncomfortable but matters so much: embracing productive struggle in active group work. It's about learning to trust the messiness of collaboration and letting our students do the wrestling that leads to real growth and learning. And let's be honest, so many of us feel hesitant to step back during active group work. When students are moving between stations, collaborating in circles, or working through a group problem together, it can feel overwhelming to let go. With all those different levels and all the energy in the room, the instinct is to jump in is really strong. But here's the thing. Hovering during collaboration tasks can actually prevent the very learning we're trying to achieve. So what happens when we do let go? When we step back during active group work? We give our students the chance to engage in productive struggle as they rotate between station, tackle group tasks, and lead their own discussion circles. That natural chaos of collaboration is the learning. And yes, letting go can feel uncomfortable, especially when a group is loud, off script, or heading somewhere you didn't expect. But just as our students need to embrace struggle to grow, so do we. So what we are going to do next is going to help you reflect on your own challenges with group work. And we're going to build a plan to embrace productive struggle in your own classroom. Okay, so let's begin with identifying your own challenge. Think of one active group work situation where you find it hard to let go. Maybe it's letting groups rotate through stations without redirecting them, or trusting students to manage their own roles and discussions in peer circles, or resisting the urge to step in at the moment a group gets stuck. So take a minute and write down one specific scenario where you find it challenging to release control. Ask yourself honestly, what is the situation? Why is it difficult to step back? And what fears or concerns come up for you when students are moving, talking, and working without your direct guidance? By the way, I've added the question prompts in the description below in case you want to go over them at a later stage. Now for step 2, reflect and plan. Once you've named your challenge, think about why it feels so difficult. Ask yourself, what urges you to intervene? What are you afraid of will happen if you don't? And how might stepping in actually be limiting your students? Then pick one small step. Choose a moment this week to observe instead of direct. Set yourself a boundary, like not intervening for the first 5 minutes, and notice what happens when students work through it on their own. Now these 3 questions. First, what is behind your hesitation? Are you afraid groups will drift off task, get too loud, play on their phones? Do you feel responsible for keeping the room under control? Second, what could go right? Think about the communication skills, the peer accountability, the deeper understanding that can emerge when a group wrestles with a problem together. And third, what strategies can help you let go? Things like assigning group roles, using visible task cards at stations, or even setting a timer so students can self-manage through the task. Here's what it can look like in practice. You might assign a station task with a clear goal, then step back and let the groups navigate the challenge without you being in control. You might give groups a problem to solve. Resist the urge to jump in unless they are truly stuck. And during peer discussion circles, Try using redirecting questions instead of answering if they ask for assistance. Something as simple as, what does your group think the next step is? Now for step 3. I want you to look ahead and picture the teacher you want to become. Imagine a classroom that's buzzing with energy, students moving between stations, debating ideas in circles, problem solving together, not a teacher-led lesson. Now let's put it on paper. Take a few minutes to answer these questions to reflect on where you are. What does your ideal classroom look like when students are actively collaborating, moving, debating, working together? How does stepping back during the group activity actually benefit them in the long run? What productive struggles might you face as the teacher? Managing the noise, resisting the urge to step in, accepting a bit of productive chaos. And what strategies will help you push through those challenges and stay motivated to keep on embracing collaboration? Step 4 is where we commit to action with a concrete plan. First, choose one collaborative task or station activity this week where groups are moving and working together, and commit to letting go rather than directing. Second, set clear group roles, goals, and norms before they start, so they can self-manage as they go. Third, write yourself 2 or 3 questions to use only when a group is truly stuck. Things like, what has your group tried so far? Which teammate hasn't started an idea yet? Or what does your task card say to do next? And fourth, commit to stepping back and circulating silently for a set time, resisting the urge to intervene unless real confusion calls for it. And once you've tried it, reflect on how it went. What actually happened when you stepped back and let the groups navigate the task? How did students move, collaborate, and problem solve without your direction? And what did you learn about their ability to work together and self-regulate? What did you learn about your own role during active student-led learning? I really hope this has given you something to think about. If you think these ideas are helpful, give this video a like. If you have a question or you try this out, leave a comment below because I'd love to hear how it goes.